Ever wondered how to take your Insta360 Ace Pro 2 footage to the next level on bright sunny day? Today we are diving deep into using ND, CPL and FLD filters, and trust me, the results are worth it. I will show you how a simple ND filter can turn your overexposed clips into smooth cinematic shots. I will also unpack a brand new ND PL8 filter and a special adapter that lets me use my 67mm filters from the Xiaomi 15 Ultra right on the Insta360. I'll demonstrate how each filter works, when to use them. Let's dive in. Alright, let's start with some fresh gear. This right here is ND-PL8 filter, specifically made for the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. It's a hybrid part ND, part CPL, and it does two important things. Once, cuts down the light to help with proper exposure in bright scenes, and reduces glare from reflective surfaces like windows, cars, and water. The construction is solid, snaps onto the lens with zero fuss, and it doesn't affect autofocus or sharpness in my tests. And when you hold it up to the light, you can already see how it darkens the scene and subtly enhances contrast. But I didn't stop there. Since I already own a set of 67mm CPL and FLD filters for my Xiaomi 15 Ultra, I wanted to use those on Ace Pro 2 as well, so I picked up 52mm Insta360 adapter, that's the size that Ace Pro 2 supports, and then added 52mm to 67mm step-up ring. That combo lets me attach my 67mm filter to the camera without affecting balance or usability. It's a simple solution, but gives you a whole world of filter option beyond the native Insta ones. Just screw them on and you're good to go. Everything you see in this video was filmed in manual mode. That means no auto exposure. I'm setting the shutter speed and ISO myself. For that buttery smooth motion blur, I stick to the 180° shutter rule, so 1/120 shutter for shooting at 60 fps or 1/60 for shooting at 30 fps. Exposure compensation isn't available in manual mode on this camera, so if your footage is over or underexposed, your only real control is ISO or filters, and that's where ND filters become essential. Without them, even at ISO 100 your image can be way too bright, but slap on ND8 or ND-PL8 and suddenly your highlights are under control, your sky isn't blown out, and the colors feel rich and balanced. Let's take a look at the real world results. Here's a shot of midday, clear sky, lots of sun. On the left I'm shooting without any filter. Even with ISO at its lowest and shutter at 1/180 for 60 fps, the footage looks harsh, highlights are blown, shadows are crushed, and it just doesn't look cinematic. Now on the right, same setting, but with ND-PL8 filter attached. Immediately you can see the difference. The motion feels more natural, the sky has texture, and colors look richer without being oversaturated. This is why ND filters are must if you are filming outdoors in manual mode, especially when you are trying to match the cinematic vibe from your mobile or mirrorless cameras. The ND helps keep the footage consistent and controlled. And if you are curious how these filters perform on the cameras like the DJI Action 5 Pro, there's a dedicated episode just for that. Click the link in the top right corner to check it out. Let's switch gears and talk about CPL. These are ideal when you want to control reflections or boost contrast in the sky. I'm using a 67mm CPL originally bought for Xiaomi 15 Ultra, mounted on the Ace Pro 2 using the 52 to 67mm ring adapter, and it works great. There is no vignetting or sharpness lost, and I love how it deepens sky and clean up the shiny surfaces. Now let's talk about the FLD filter, designed to balance the green tint often caused by fluorescent lighting. On the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and honestly most action cameras, the FLD filter can be a bit too aggressive. In my tests, instead of neutral correction, it pushed the image into a very purple magenta tone, which might not be ideal for most use cases. So I would say only use an FLD filter with Ace Pro 2 if you really know what you're doing and need to correct specific lighting, or you're looking for a creative stylized effect, something moody, cyberpunk or dreamy. But for clean everyday footage, it's not my go-to. Just something to keep in mind if you are considering it. Pro tip, stack an ND and a CPL only if you are aware of the exposure trade-off. Every filter darkens the scene, so keep an eye on your histogram or monitor the screen exposure levels when you are stacking filters. You don't want to lose detail in the shadows. Wanna see how the same filter setup works with the Xiaomi 15 Ultra? Click the link in the top right corner of this episode. And the HPL filter is actually not for action though. Now it is 4K 60 FPS. And shutter speed has been set to 1/120, and the ISO is set to 250, and actually it is a little shaky and blurry, and I'm just walking. I'll show you in a second how it looks like when I'm running. So guys, I'm running now. It's 4K 60 FPS, 1/100 shutter speed, ISO set to 250. I just want to show you that ND filters are not for action because the image is getting too shaky and blurry immediately. And this is how the footage looks like when I remove the ND filter. And this is the transformations that will happen to your footage when you're running without ND filters. No shakiness, smooth motion, the same 4K 60 FPS. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you have some questions, just leave the comments below and I would be glad to answer. And as always, see you in the next one. Bye.